I don't need a woman to make me happy. I don't need a man to make me happy. I don't need a man to give me all the things that I want. I don't need a woman to cook for me. I don't need a woman to satisfy me. It's one of the most stupidest things I've actually heard early on this year and late last year. Humans are designed, people are designed to actually coexist with one another and also are designed to be compatible. And what I mean by compatible is the fact that we ever since in the beginning of time we always depending on each other in certain aspects. Men needed women to satisfy their needs. Women need men to protect and to provide for them in the household or whatnot. But now in this modern day and age, I see more and more people are trying to be independent and then not even try to like either start in relationships or start in sort of like families or whatnot. It's all from, I guess it stimulates from like personal like depression or dread or something. But it really bothers me how normal it is when it comes to this in today's society. I don't know about you guys, but I need my wife. I need my wife to help me out raise my two kids. I need my wife to cook and clean in the house. I need my wife to make me warm at night. No man or no dude is gonna is going to replace that. I see a lot of like podcast channels on YouTube or hear some things on Spotify how like men are strong together X Y and Z. Now in those aspects, when it comes to that, like men are strong is true, and most of those channels do try to bring up the whole like, oh, men needs to be recognized for their feelings X Y and Z. Okay, I do agree with that, but when it comes to don't need a woman to satisfy their needs, it's crazy to me. Like I personally don't understand it because again, just like I said earlier, I need my wife to satisfy me in more ways than one. And I don't like when I hear a lot of females who would say, "Oh, there isn't any good men in here because they are dogs." Yada yada yada. But like, it's the fact that you pick and you choose the man that actually that you invite into your personal space. You use him as an example to actually like talk about the whole entire spectrum of men, saying, "Oh, there are no good men out here." You know what? It goes vice versa with dudes. Like when you say there isn't any good women out here, no, it's the women that you choose to actually sleep with, and you can't just say that every girl is a bum because you had one bad experience. You can't say that, ladies. I'm saying this also to you. I'm talking men and women. I'm not even like saying this in one sex. It goes through this the whole entire spectrum. I just don't get it. I don't. We are in a day and age where there are fewer and fewer nuclear families, and then now we are having all these stepdads and these stepmoms. We having a lot of these kids now that don't even have like full blooded siblings because of the choices that they make and the people that they choose to sleep with and create these kids and messing up these kids for the next generation on how families quote quote should work. And you know what? I praise God that I have my kids by one woman, and that's my wife. And just the thought that having step kids and et cetera, it's now again, there's nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying it is that we got to break the cycle when it comes to I don't need him or I don't need her to help me out. I don't need my baby mama to be like coming in and no, like no. We need each other. Every single category, every single aspect, we need each other by the end of the day. And then again, it's okay to disagree whenever you guys actually have an argument because That's just how life is. Like just because you have like a one disagreement or something, you can't just say, "Oh, all man ain't shit," whatever X, Y, and Z. And the fellas, you can't just say, "Oh, woman ain't shit," because you had a bad experience. Like no, you can't just, because it would be unfair for the next person that you are trying to date or you are trying to pursue. It would be unfair to them. Like, like that's the equivalent of me saying like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, you are a Leo. I can't talk to you because you guys are crazy." Like, no. Like now you just assuming because of a of a zodiac sign, which personally I don't freaking believe. I just wish that we just stop trying to be independent, or trying to say that we don't need each other because of what we are going through. And I just wish that we can just go back to the old ways about having nuclear families, and then having like one idea, instead of just being like, we don't need men to do X, Y, and Z, or we don't need women for X, Y, and Z. But who is going to protect you? Who's going to cook for you? Like, who is going to let your guard down whenever you need to, especially us men, like going into the world and going to work, arguing with our bosses, our coworkers, and who is going to release your stress when you are going through all of that? Like, who is going to be there for you? Not your buddy, not your pal, especially at night when you're tired and such. I want my woman to hold me, rub my head, and tell me that it's okay, I can rest. Because nobody or no friend can actually do that for me. Only my wife can.